Greetings people, GalacticStorm here. Welcome to the show, and today we're going to be reviewing our first Chinese tank. It's going to be the Vickers Mark E Type B, Tier 2 Chinese light tank. This tank specifically was made in 1928 by Britain and was not made into service by them, but they did export it to several countries, giving 20 to China, which they fought against the Japanese, and the Soviets gave them 82 Vickers-based T-26 tanks in around 1941 and 1942. So two announcements on this. One, I've been playing the World of Tanks beta on the Xbox One. I'll be doing a stream on that later tonight, and on the second note, I will be getting my capture card pretty soon, probably in 2 weeks, and I'll be probably doing some gameplay on it. And unfortunately, I won't be doing as much Xbox 360 gameplay, so I'm going to be changing this to pretty much the World of Tanks Xbox edition, so it's just not to be confused, because they're both going to be playing on the Xbox, and it's just going to be cross-play and all. So let's go with the stats on this thing. 155 hit points, 92 engine power, 35 kilometers per hour, traverse 49, which is pretty good. The hull armor on that is pretty bad, 13 all around on target and hull. The shell damage 3863, penetration 3456, 18 rounds per minute, 31 degrees on traverse, turret traverse. View range 280, and the signal range is 90. The first gun you get, I just don't think it's not really well. It has horrible accuracy. It's not penetration on that's good. It's just I just don't think the accuracy on it's good. Same thing on the Vickers. It's just giving you more a little bit of increase on the damage than the 37mm TWK, which is you get more fire rate in that. But then the 45mm 20K, you get a lot more damage, or not more damage, but you get more fire rate and good penetration. And then my favorite on this thing is the 40 Pom-Pom, which you'll find on the Cruiser 3. You fire like 4 rounds on it, and the reloads are really quick, but like the main reload 8 rounds or 8 seconds. But then you get the Type 2597 Chi-Ha, which is the Japanese-based Chinese tank, which they exported right after they had lost against the Japanese, pretty much. Well, lost most of the mainland at least. So, the pros on this thing. This thing is an excellent brawler. It has very powerful guns, that 45mm and the 40 Pom-Pom. It can stand up against Tier 3 with those guns. The reverse is like the T-26, which is great, and the 40 Pom-Pom can easily kill tanks with this tier. But the cons on this thing, it pretty much sums it out. It has slow acceleration, it has poor sloped armor, very weak armor on the hull, and all the guns, it's pretty much the same thing. They're all horrible and inaccurate, I would say. So it did take me a little bit of time to get used to this tank, but I've actually been kicking ass with this thing. So I've got 2 gameplays for you guys to enjoy. So without further ado, let the carnage begin. So the very first gameplay that we got is on Himmelsdorf, and surprisingly in this one you will not get 1, you will not get 2, but you'll get 3 gameplays. Something that I haven't done in a very, very long time. Usually I do about 1 or 2 gameplays depending on what the size is and that, or depending on what time. But since I'm pretty generous right now, I might as well do 3 gameplays. One of them will be after the post update that they did, which they modified a whole lot of things for the Xbox One. And for the majority of this, most of the gameplay, I will be playing as on the 40 Pom-Pom. And this is the 40 Pom-Pom right now. The 40 Pom-Pom is I would say it's not as accurate, but it has good penetration and good damage, and with it you get about, well, you can see here, you get 4 shots, and each shot before that, it's a very, very, very quick reload. So you can do a lot of damage with this thing. And the only bad thing about this thing, well, 2 things. One, the accuracy on this is not really good, but it's good enough for like medium range encounters. And two, it's its really big reload, which I will demonstrate in the T26 here. It's well, you can see it's very quick, and you can see right there about almost 9 to 8 seconds worth of reload, which is pretty long. But if you are in a close range, or if you're in a medium range, this is not a problem. But when you're at close range, this is a problem. AT1, it's going up the bank right here, so I'm gonna ignore him. And then here's the Cruiser 3. It's a tier 2 British light tank, and it too has the 40 Pom-Pom, but I used high explosive, which absolutely sucked. And it doesn't look like he was using it either. Well, it looked like he could be using it, depending on... Well, I'm not really good with the signature on the cannons and that. But it looks like it's not doing it. It looks like he wasn't using it. And there was my first kill right there on the medium 3. Or Cruiser 3, I'm sorry. And hello. Looks like we've got enemies on our base. So we're going to be trying to pull back, and we're going to be going after those who are going after our base.
Very strong distance, thank you.
While we're doing that, we're going to be going down here. We're going to try to go on this part of the section, try to get rid of any tanks that are there. And there's another VAE Type V, which gets the big old nope, and I only got 1 damage out of it, and a second kill. There's a hot go that just ran away and just ate it, my shot with its tracks. So I tried to go down here, and while he went down there, he pretty much got gangbanged by the rest of the team. Took 1 shot, blew his tracks off, then took a 3rd shot, and then a 4th shot. Did most of its damage, but the enemy or my team will be getting the kill there because of my long reload. And yeah, we got the enemy out of our base. So let's go down and charge after them. And one thing about the with the Vickers, you don't want to go after with auto loaders. Auto loaders will literally chew you up because of the horrible armor on this thing. It's not really a good idea to do that. So I'm gonna try to go after it, or at least try to go after it with some range on this thing. So I tried to go after the ones. I didn't see the that hole right there that person fired through. So I'm gonna try to go after it on the side here, and the M2 light, it's gonna be after, or T2 light, M2 light, and T2 light, whoever. He's gonna be busy on this side, M2 light with this side, and I'm gonna go after his behind and give it some surprise butt sex. So, kill number 3. Kill number 3, not so bad. And it looks like we just got this game. There's only a tank destroyer left, and the other 2 are artillery, but they're the T-57s. T-57s have really good rate of fires for artillery, and that tank destroyer is an AT-1, which is a really good tank destroyer. So don't want to get hit with that, and I just barely got shot with the T-57. I was trying to go after the AT-1, which I thought would be the biggest threat so far since the T-57 reloaded, but the T-57 was trying to go after, well, another tank was trying to go after the T-57, but I just gave it a big, nope. But I killed it in return. Well, steel kill it. And that was 5 kills. Holy crap. And there we go. And about almost 11,000 silver. I got fighter award. I got almost 2,000 experience. Fire for effect, which is the most common award. And then a mastery badge class 1. Yeah, you can do really good with this thing. Even with the 40 Pom-Pom is the one I would recommend. The M2 light creamed. T-26 destroyed most of its health. Cruiser 3, I just looked like I steel killed it. The Hago did really good damage on the Vickers. It just went blah with 1 shot. And the T-57s, oh, one I still killed and the other one just went blah. And I did about almost 480 damage with 5 kills. And the Panzer 38H did below me. I thought he would have gotten it because he had more damage and all. And yeah, I've got 2 more gameplays for you guys, and they're just as fun as this, so let's get to them. So for our second gameplay, we are going to be going on mines. And this is after the update they did, so it's more graphic wise, it's going to be much different compared to as it was on the second or on the last gameplay. But it's more for to enhance the gameplay or and graphic wise for the Xbox One players. And this is when we're literally playing with the Xbox One players, because this is I just did this one today, and instead of the 40 Pom-Pom, I'm going to be using the 45mm gun, which is just as good. It's just I don't like the reload on it. Although, to be fair, it's not really as penetration wise, it's not that bad, but it's just at times it's not going to be working as well for you. But it does have good or decent damage and all. So I was thinking about either A, going down here where you meet all the tanks, or B, I was just going to think of going down here where the lake is at. So I decided to go to the lake for a change of tactics, and plus I haven't been there for a while, so that was awesome. So for this one, like this one, it's just going to be, well, I won't give any hints out, but it's just with this thing, it plays more like the T-26, but with the 40 Pom-Pom, it more plays like the Cruiser 3. And here's our first contact. It's another Vickers Type E. I took a one shot at it, and there's the T7 combat car. The one I gave it a horrible review because it was absolute garbage. Well, it depends on the player who plays it, and took a few shots at it. Took about 3 shots at it, and there we go. It goes bye-bye. And then there's the Vickers, and I just give it another snapshot of it, and then it goes bye-bye as well. So, in about a few seconds, I got 2 kills. Awesome. And on this part, I try to go down here and try to see if there's any more tanks on this side. And there's a lot of artillery in this game. There's 4 on our side, and there's 3 on this side. There's a Universal Carrier 2 PD. It goes bye-bye as well. Kill number 3. Oh, and there's a Panzer, and it's just wanting to go after it, and I just got a shot from there. Took out my commander, and then the other shot just took out my driver. What the hell? Is it anti-personnel? But that's just the thing with the Chinese tanks. You'll be losing more personnel with this. So I brought back my commander, and I just decided to go back there. The Panzer 1 just got taken care of. And at this point, the artillery in this game was really good. Well, not on my side, but on the enemy side. This is when they were just like, holy shit, they weren't gonna let us go get the kills easily. Unlike most artillery, there are good artillery and there's horrible artillery, and these were really, really good artillery. I was trying to go after this medium tank here, but it got me gangbanged by the T-18. And then the 3 artillery, it's 2 T-57s and then an Su-18. Got a splash from the from one of the artillery, so I decided to go, holy shit, and they've been wanting my dick. The Su-18 did some damage with me, did some damage on my tracks, and you can see, and holy shit, they are wanting my dick! And they're wanting the Panzer 38T too, which I think it's called. The T-18 is trying to go after with some of the tanks right here, and yeah, and it getting me gangbanged by the Su-18. I destroyed one of the T-57s, but now there's only 2 here. And if you destroy 3 of these tanks, you get the Pascuni's medal, I believe it's called. It's when you kill 2 artillery. No, 3 artillery. And I get damaged by the T-57, and it's the only tank left now. And the Panzer is trying to go after it, but it too gets me gangbanged by the T-57, and I'm trying to shoot at it, but for some odd fucking reason, my shots aren't counting, or it's not even penetrating. And this is artillery. They should have really bad armor. But I'll say the T-57s and the SU-8s, they were a hell of a fight, and they didn't get the kills easily, so yeah. Well, I didn't get the kills easily, but still a good fight. And hello there, I got another 5 kills out of it. 6,000 experience and 865 experience. 5 kills and almost did 500 damage, which was pretty good. And I got a whole bunch of awards, which was Sharpshooter, Mastery Gunner, did 12 penetrations there. I got Fighter, which you can destroy 5 or 4 tanks. Reaper, Fire for Effect, Common 1. And then Mastery Badge, Class 1, which was awesome. And 5 kills. Oh yeah. You can see they changed the awards on this, or on the ends of this. And yeah, my team did pretty good. The enemy team did pretty good, especially the artillery. I gotta get my hand out to them. The universal carrier did some damage onto them. The T-57 did damage, made them go blah. Vickers went blah. Yeah, just did some damage. T-7 car I just wrecked. And the T-57 went blah as well. And oh yeah, got one more gameplay, and I hope you guys enjoy that one as well. The last gameplay is from Ensk, out of all places. I didn't have a long reload time, or load time, because I forgot the majority of it. So on this one, I am using the 40 Pom-Pom again, and it's a majority, well, about 99% worth, or 95% worth, a tier 2 battle. 2 tanks are tier 1, so imagine what they're going through their heads. They're like, holy shit, what did I get myself into? An ass-kicking surprise, of course. But with this one, like I'm used on the first video, it's the 40 Pom-Pom. And this is, I think, besides the second episode, or the second video I did, this will be I think this was my favorite video out of all of them. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this one as much as I did. And doing 3 videos, it's very rare for me. And there's a M2 light right here. This is when I was just realizing about the 40 Pom-Pom, seeing how fast they load and all. So I didn't know how fast they were going at that type, and finished off that M2 light right there. So doing a long reload and a mute, which was freezing at every time I freeze or every time I mute someone, which was irritating. And that was the only bad thing about it, is they should, for like on the Xbox One version, they should at least keep like an Xbox, or like something like the PC chats. Like they should makes it easy to coordinate. And here's an AT-1. AT-1's really good tank destroyer. Has a multitude of guns. I could get myself killed easily if not being careful. And I was being careful right there. Took one shot. Finished off the AT-1 entirely. And then I see another tank destroyer right here. And I was trying to go after it, but then when I looked around, it's a T-18 and it's pointing its gun right at me. So right when I got out, he would have been a spider and just lunged at me. But the T-18 has some problems of his own. He's trying to go. There's a few other tanks that are trying to go after him. So, like a spider, I go out the other side, and I shot him a few times in the back and killed him. So, kill number 3. So you're probably going to wonder how many kills I've gotten so far with all these gameplays. A lot more than my deaths, I will tell you that. But yeah, I've died a lot. I've died more I've died a little bit often on this tank, but you can get a lot of kills with this tank too. As you can see with the 40 Pom-Pom, you can literally shred tanks with one magazine full, and you've got a whole lot of ammo to spare through. So yeah, that's awesome. And the 45mm gun is pretty good too. It's just I don't like the reload time on it. So it's 10-7, make that 10-8 right now, and it's a close one right here. And this T2 medium is trying to be smart and trying to go after these auto loaders, which I think is not a good idea because he just got McGangbanged from. And there's a Panzer II, there's a low tractor, and a I don't know what the other tank was, but I tried to peekaboo myself out of there and tried to be as accurate with the 40 Pom-Pom as much as I could with the Panzer II. Took one shot in and finished him off. There's the low tractor right there, and yeah, it's just I'm not gonna go after these ones. Oh, the last one is a Cruiser 1, and that thing also has a good gun. I tried to go after it, but second shot missed. I tried to do a reload right here, and since the L Tracker has a really good auto-loader gun, I say nope, 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 and took a shot from there. Took another shot from the Cruiser 1, finished off the L Tractor, and tried to go after the Cruiser 1, but teammate finished it off. 5 kills. Again, I had a total of 15 kills in this game. That's a lot. That's like a whole team's worth. And I did about 9,000 silver and 1,600 experience. Got fighter and, you know, this award. Blah. Bruiser, which that's pretty good. And then another Mastery Badge Class 1. 95%. 5 kills. And killed the AT-1 entirely. Majority killed the L Tractor, the M2 Light, the T-18 out of all tanks, and the Panzer II. Oh yeah, and did some damage with the Cruiser 1. And I did the majority of the damage. I did about 437 damage in total. And my teammates, they were pretty good as well. Did around an average 200, but below luck. And Panzer II, Jagdpanzer were the best out of their team. Yeah, so let's just review this tank and let it get over with. Okay, so the Vickers Mark E Type B. This tank, it's a combination of two tanks, I would think. Well, the first guns that you will get, I just think they're blah. But once you get the later upgrades, like the 40mm and the 45mm, you got a combination of the T-26, and you have the tank entirely as the T-26, pretty much. And with the 40 Pom-Pom, you've got the Cruiser, but with the Cruiser 3, but with less maneuverability. So when I think about this duo combination, I gave this a ranking of ta-da, an 8.5 out of 10. This tank will pretty much play like the T-26. But with the 40mm Pom-Pom and the 45mm, this can easily kill tanks with ease. Stay in cover in the back and shoot. Stay away from high explosive tanks like tank destroyers, artillery, that kind of stuff, and autoloaders. And it does not have the mobility / speed of the Cruiser 3, so yeah. But you do have a really good tank in your hands for Tier 2, which I bet you I'm going to be keeping for a while and kill some Tier 2 tanks with it. Yeah. So yeah, I'm going to be doing a stream on later tonight. Don't know when. I'll probably be doing it around 7 or 7:30 or 8 in the afternoon Eastern time. And I'll probably be doing it for 2 hours, and then yeah. And vote, rate, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. GalacticStorm saying, I'll see you guys later.